Hello everybody, welcome to the second part of the Mark's Guide. We are going from 6 to 10 in this video. Mission 6 was that No Place Like Home? Is that what yeah, No Place Like Home. So the mark here is the Munchkin Maestro. The Seath Stone location is the Yaschus Massif, Padrian Archaeopolis, and the mark is in, actually the location is Yaschus Massif, the Pass of Padra. Easy mark, really easy mark. Generally, the idea with this Munchkin type enemy here is to go for the weaker ones first, and then take down the Maestro in the end. My characters for generally this I think anyway, this entire video are gonna basically be equipped with the same thing. Although there's splices here where this is actually where I'm only at rank, or sorry, I think this is tier 8 or maybe tier 9 of the, or stage 8 or stage 9 of the Crisarium. And then some spliced parts of the video may end up being actually post game. So that's kind of the disclaimer I suppose I need to toss in here in every one of these guides, because again there's mixed and matched footage here. Anyways, the reward there, first time reward, is the Fulman ring. I don't know, I to be honest, I don't really use that very much, if at all. Anyways, alright, so moving on. Mission 7 here is Bituitus. This is one of my favorite marks in the entire game. Because of his drop, and ease of defeat, I suppose I could say. Anyways, very useful mark to kind of farm over and over. I spent quite a bit of time here getting tetratic crowns and tetratic tiaras, which I would definitely recommend doing. He's one of the more difficult ones, and he's probably the most difficult. 1 through 6 are all fairly easy. This one is much more difficult. So generally what I do at the very beginning there is, buff up. I have I think that's a double synergist paradigm in there somewhere, just to, get buffed up extremely quickly. And then as well as actually debuff him just a little bit. Looks like I've got slow and curse on him. And yeah, so I mean, not much else other than that. You really gotta watch his 11 bolt attack is pretty brutal, especially if he sticks any sort of debuffs on your characters. And that's the real worry, is if he gets like a D-shell on your leader, or maybe even in peril. That can cause some really major issues, depending on where you're at in the Crisarium. When I did all of my farming, it was as soon as possible. As soon as I could get here, I did. So, keep that in mind. Your stats are, going to be lowish at this point in the game. And like I said, he's fairly difficult, especially in comparison to really anything we've fought so far. So, anyways, other than that, typical strategy, get him debuffed and then hit him as hard as you can with Relentless. And hope you get a 5-star. And there's the 5-star, and then this should be the spliced in footage of the first time reward, and that's the R&D depot. Very useful online store there, as a reward there for beating Bituitus for the first time. So definitely one of the, you can definitely get a really good power spike for your game going here if you take him down as soon as possible. Like I said earlier, I farmed him up quite a bit and ended up with like sprint shoes for all of my characters. Anyways, we're on to Mark 8, the 11th hour. This is actually the base camp, and this Seath Stone ends up becoming a teleporter. So another one of the really useful ones, and I always feel like you really want to get your marks done in order. For that reason, just because it makes it so much easier to travel around in Valis Media, or sorry, Pulse, Grand Pulse, that is. But anyways, so I think this is the Rakshasa, and he is accompanied by 3 Flan. Very easy fight. I would not really say there's much of a strategy here. It looks like I'm just sticking with Relentless. I'm betting the entire time. I don't remember switching, I guess, unless somebody all of a sudden gets super low on health, which I don't know if that's going to end up happening. Although he's really picking on lightning, so we'll see here. But yeah, I actually mentioned this in the previous mark guide as well. But if you ever have any issues with these marks, there's a couple of different things that you can do. Some of them, not all of them, you can use shrouds for, so that can help. As well as just, take them down once and make sure that you're, if you need to, get Libra off. And that way, your Ravagers or Saboteurs or, whatever they may be, know what kind of weaknesses to exploit. And that can help actually get better ratings for these. One other thing is the Gold Watch. Again, that's unfortunately not obtainable until I believe it's the very last mark in the game. So, you can go out of order and, grab that as soon as you want or as soon as you're able to. Granted, it's a very, 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 very difficult mark to take down. I'd argue and say that it's probably the most difficult one in the game. Anyways, there's the reward, the Collector's Catalog. Very, very good reward there. Extremely expensive if you try to or decide to buy it in the online store. So you can save yourself quite a bit of cash there if you complete that mark. Anyways, mission 9 is Heave Ho. I believe this mark is the Kaiser Behemoth. I definitely recommend using a Decepticol for this fight because he's got, I believe it's a 500% stagger threshold. So you'll see here. Wondering which paradigm I started out in. This would be kind of interesting if it's not Relentless. No, aggression. Okay. I don't know. Anyways, he melted. So there you have it. That's the benefit of having a preemptive on that guy. And there, the first time reward is the Rhodochrosite. Obviously, upgrade item, not that great, unfortunately, but that's alright. And then here I'm going to head on over to the next mark. I believe this is, or should be Mark 10. Yes, Hollow Hope. So the mark is Ambling Bellows. Mark location is actually on the very, very north edge of the Archild Steppe. And I believe I got a preemptive here. Yes, I did. So this one should go extremely well. Very, very easy to get a preemptive on him. Same deal, though. If you can't, I would at least try. Or like retry to try to make sure that you can get a preemptive on him. Because with that stagger threshold of 500%, you're going to get a huge, huge boost if you're able to get that preemptive on him. So again, that's my recommendation, and that's basically it. There's not much else to say about this guy. He's going to go down, extremely quickly. Now, granted, here I, ended up having to beat him down just a bit more as we weren't able to get him down in the time that he was staggered. But he's not going to last much longer. But anyways, I hope this guide was helpful, and I hope you join me for more marks. Thanks for watching.